to our weekly weigh-in. Today is Sunday, August 11th. We're Laraine and Christopher Durham, and this is the Downsized. Here we share our GLP-1 weight loss journey, along with tips, tricks, and the latest updates on GLP-1 medications like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, Tirzepatide, and Semaglutide.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned in. You'll get alerts every time we publish something cool like this.
We're not doctors or medical professionals. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting any weight loss medication or treatment. We're just regular people in your neighborhood. If you're new here, this is our weekly weigh-in where we talk about how much weight we've lost this week or maintained or what have you, and how our week went. And
whatever else we want to weigh in on.
What are we going to weigh in today, Christopher? Weigh in on today. Yeah. So,
not sure why you're the penguin.
I don't know either. Sorry, I don't know. Here's this week's progress update and our total weight loss to date.
So do you want to start?
I always start. This is the 44th week of our weight loss journey. This week I actually lost 5.4 pounds.
5.4 pounds?
Yeah.
How on earth did you do that?
Well, we went on a cruise.
Oh, that's right, from last week.
We went on a cruise. We got back a week ago, and I was up 5 pounds. So as of today, I've lost that 5 pounds and 0.4 more.
Biggest weight loss over the course of the last 44 weeks in 1 week?
Well, let me consult my handy-dandy
chart.
spreadsheet. The most weight I've ever lost in 1 week, I lost 4.2 pounds the very first week. Other than that, it's been 1.2, 3.2, 2, 1. Actually, when we got back from our cruise in February, I was actually down 5.
So there's a pattern.
I need to go on more cruises.
Well, but we're basically even then a week later.
Yeah, the thing happens is I eat more on the cruise, I gain a little bit of weight, I come home, I get back on my eating right plan, and it comes right back off.
Do you hold water the way I do? I know on a cruise, my feet swell and
a little bit. I think I've been more conscious of drinking water, and that's helped me not retain water. So I'm down 50.2 pounds in total since September 29th of 2023. My starting weight was 193. I got to my goal weight of 150 pounds in 27 weeks. That averaged to 1.58 pounds per week. My current weight is 142.8 as of this morning. And my current dosage, I'm on 7.5 milligrams of compounded Tirzepatide. Since I hit maintenance, it's been 16 weeks since I've gotten to my goal weight.
And how has maintenance been? Have you stayed the same weight all along? Have you gained? Have you lost?
Again, let me consult my charts. Around April 19th, I hit my goal weight of 150 pounds. I continued to lose after I hit my goal weight. I really wasn't trying to lose. At that point, I was on 12.5 milligrams of compounded Tirzepatide. We had a lot of things going on right then. We did our big conference that we do for our business.
For the real world.
Yeah. Our youngest daughter graduated from high school. We went to Amsterdam for another business event that we put on. It was Father's Day, like all kinds of different things were happening. So I really was just kind of up and down a little bit, but at the end of June, I was 144. So I had lost down from my goal weight of 150. And then I said that was a total of 49 pounds, so I thought I might as well go for 50 pounds. And so I did. I got there, but then we went on the cruise and I was up. I've never had to maintain my weight before. This is completely new to me. My whole life I have always been attempting to lose weight. So I was on the 12.5 milligram dose when I hit my goal weight, and then I said, maybe let me drop my dose down and see how that works. So I dropped my dosing down to 10 milligrams. I did that for 5 weeks, and then I dropped my dose down to 7.5, and I did that for 4 weeks. And then I did 5 milligrams, and I did that for 2 weeks, went on the cruise and gained 5 pounds and said, I think I need to be higher than 5
Well, but you were
milligrams.
thinking that before we went on the cruise, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that the 5, I was really hearing food noise come back. I was really wanting to eat more. And so I said, let me bump this back up. We came back from the cruise. I did a 7.5 shot the day after we got back. And then today I did another 7.5 shot.
Right.
And 7.5 seems to be where it's
okay
at
for you?
for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'll continue to do a weekly shot of 7.5, maybe for a couple more weeks. In September, we've got another cruise coming up, so I think I'm just going to hang out on 7.5 for a while and see. Maybe stretch my shot out to every 10 days. I don't know. Let me hang out at 142 for a while and kind of lock that in. I use Mochi Health as my telehealth provider. If you'd like to start your weight loss journey today, you can use my Mochi Health discount code, which is QIYGO8, to save $40 on your first order of a GLP-1. The link is in the description. Just go to joinmochi.com. How was your week, Christopher?
It's a good week. No complaints, really. The journey I started out, or the adventure as I really prefer, at 285.4 pounds, and it was rapidly ascending at the time. 300 was inside. It wasn't going to be pretty. It wasn't pretty then, honestly. My current weight is 209.8.
Who's this skinny man? Who is this skinny
so
man?
I am now officially below 210. I think last week
Yeah.
I was, or not even last week. Last week I was up. 2 weeks ago, before the cruise, I was at 210 point, maybe 8. I don't remember what it was.
You had
exactly.
a handy dandy spreadsheet.
I have a chart. I can look at it on my app, and you convinced me that I was at 210, even though it was 210.8 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you
It
the
was
first
your weight-
numbers
it was
that
your
you
weight girl
see
math.
that's the weight you are. Yeah.
209.8. That's legitimately below 210 now. So I guess I can say
That
I'm
it
209
is.
based off 209 based on your math.
Yes.
So down a pound for the week, but I was actually down 3.5 pounds from the cruise.
What did you weigh the day we got back from the cruise?
210.8. Or no, but the day we got back from the cruise, I weighed
Like that Friday.
13 or something like that. I've
So-
lost 3.5 pounds.
So
or
you
something.
lost
Yeah.
whatever you gained.
Plus a little bit
You
more.
gained 2 or 3 pounds on the cruise, I think.
Yeah.
And it came right back
And
off.
this is below the weight of that 210.8 that I
So
was
you've
before.
actually lost whatever you were
pound
up
from
plus a
that.
pound.
Right.
Great. Okay.
I can see 200, 199. It's there. I can touch it.
Oh
right?
yeah, you're close.
So that puts me down. Actually, I don't think that down. That puts me down. How much does that put me down? Let's
Well,
look. 75 something.
285 minus 209.
75.6.
There you go. That's
impressive.
a lot since September 29th.
I have said for a while my goal was 190. I think that will actually get me to a little more than 95 pounds, 95.6 or something like that.
I don't know that you got 20 more pounds in you to lose.
But I don't know that I
Christopher.
can. I don't know. Well, it's
You
all
really
it's all
don't.
in the gut, babe.
Well-
it's all in the gut.
Yeah, but it's not anywhere else.
Well,
We'll
it's all
see.
in the gut. And if I get to 95, 100 is in shooting distance. So
Well, that's great. You don't want to be 185 pounds.
no.
That would be 100 pounds.
Yeah. When I graduated from high school, I was 186 pounds. That's actually the last weight I remember
Yeah.
being. I wouldn't even say I was thin. Being a regular
Just a
average
teenager.
size,
Yeah.
not big, not little, just average.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, 190 is where it is right now, and I think I want to be safely below 200, so I'm not teetering on that
Yeah.
big 200.
I
Because
get
I
it.
don't like that.
I get it.
And we've talked about it for men. It's just the way your clothes and everything fits, and you sleep, and I don't know. It's just. It'd be good if it were gone, so that's a good thing. And I still am in clearly you look at the phone charts and all
Does it
this
say
stuff.
you're still overweight?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Really?
Yep. I would.
Oh wow. So when is it not going to? You
I
have
would
to be
have to-
178 pounds
According
for
to
your
this.
phone to tell you, your
I
app
will
to tell
never
you.
be in the normal weight
Oh,
according to
no.
this.
And how tall are you?
5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half. That seems low. I don't know.
I don't have
Men's
that's
weights are such a mystery to me because
Yeah.
I can tell you what a 5'5" woman should weigh, according to Weight Watchers, according to 17 magazine in 1987. I know all. I know all the women's weights. Men's weights just.
And the funny thing is,
I know, they don't compute.
And granted, these aren't the most accurate things in the world, but
Right.
directionally, according to this, I've only lost 6 pounds of muscle out of the 75.6 pounds of weight. So.
I've lost quite a bit more muscle than that, I am sad to say.
Yep.
But
So-
I'm working on that now.
I am currently on the 15 milligram dose of compounded Tirzepatide, the old needle. Mm-hmm. It's the 7th week, I believe, is what it is.
That dose?
At that dose, and it's working for me fine. It's the last few weeks I've had after the dose, I've had a little bit of brain fog and been not quite there for an hour or two. I don't know what the cause is there. I had some
Maybe just fatigue or.
no, it's not fatigue.
Yeah, you
it's
just
it's
seemed
just
a
a
little
little
fuzzy.
blurry. Just
Yeah.
a little blurry. And then today, holy cow, intestinal, all kinds of
I've
challenges.
been in the
this
bathroom
morning.
quite a
Yeah.
lot today.
I don't have a tendency to have really bad constipation. I have a little bit. I've never even taken any medication for it, so it doesn't bother me enough to do that. But at least once a month, maybe once every 2 months, I'll have some
Everything
raging exits. Yes.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Now I might weigh 2 or 3 pounds less tomorrow, so depending
Yeah.
on what we eat for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
But just to walk through the journey, and I tell this every week, I started on compounded Tirzepatide for a few weeks, and we were doing all that, went and got a full checkup, blood panel, the whole 9 yards with my local doctor, who's also awesome, and we had been working on getting me on some of these medications. Originally it was Ozempic, and then Mounjaro, and then I didn't take Ozempic, but we talked about it, and we could never make that work. And then we talked about Mounjaro. We couldn't make the pricing work on all of that. And eventually did the compounded for a few weeks. Then did all those work with the doctor. And we got a Mounjaro prescription. Because of coupons and things, we were able to make that financially work. And I could work more closely with my doctor. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, the whole 9 yards. There was,
Yeah. So he was going into the doctor.
yeah, so I just wanted
Every
to be
third-
really tightly, closely maintained, and he's awesome. And I encourage you to talk about all this with your real physician. If this is a secret, you are doing it wrong. Please tell him what's going on. Anyway, through the course of it, and shortages, went over to Zepbound after that was approved for weight loss. And because of shortages, went back to compounded Tirzepatide. People ask me all the time, is there any difference between this and this? I have not seen any difference in the way they work or in the side effects at all. It hasn't been
No
an
difference
issue. Just
from
really,
compounded to Mounjaro to Zepbound to
Yep.
compounded.
just really,
All reacts the same in your body.
yep, just really a pricing and availability difference. And I'll tell Eli Lilly, Rick, if you're listening, CEO, if you gave this to me at a great price and you made sure it was in stock every day, you would not have to worry about compounding because I would buy
Yeah,
from you.
I'd ditch the compound in 2
In a heartbeat.
seconds if I could. If the pricing on
This to
Zepbound
me
was better.
is so much more convenient and easy to use. I am willing to pay a little bit more for it. Am I willing to pay the $150 more? I don't know. And am I willing to go without it? No, I'm not. So I'm going to take compounded as long as I need to. We are excited that you decided to release the vials on the 2.5 and the 5 milligram. That's a great thing.
Great
It doesn't
start.
actually help me with my 15, so.
No. Doesn't help people on the higher doses, but eventually we hope that they will also release vials in the higher doses.
And then, as always, we like to invite you to be a part of the Downsize Dish. You want to tell them about that, Laraine?
Yeah, every week we do a weekly series called The Downsize Dish, where either Christopher or I interview somebody just like you watching right now, if you would like to come on. We talk about different people's lifestyles, how they've worked with the GLP-1, how they've lost, their challenges with GLP-1 medications. If you would like to come on the Downsize Dish, we would love to have you. Send me an email to ldurham@folio28.com. We'll have that email in the description. And if you want to send me an email, I'll send you a link to our calendar. You just pick a time and we'll go from there.
It's easy. It's really just a conversation, and we
Yeah.
send you the questions, and you can prep a little bit. It's not hard whatsoever.
Yeah, and I had a lady I was talking to who was interested in doing it. We had a time set up, and then she decided, you know what, I can't tell the world that I'm doing this yet. And, and that's fine. A lot of people are very private with their journey and with what's going on.
I get where you are.
That is absolutely fine. As for us, we're all about it. We're telling the world. But there's all different levels of comfort with sharing the journey.
I commented on a message the other day. Mochi has a Facebook group that has a very long name. I don't remember it, or I'll tell it to you. But a lady had commented of rule number 1: I don't tell anybody any of this stuff.
Right.
And I said, well, I guess we broke rule number 1 because we started a YouTube channel.
And
everybody was very, they were like, good for you, you do you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a couple of people popped up and like, what's your channel?
Oh.
So I told them, no, it was fine. I told them, they were like, oh, I already subscribed to your channel. So
yeah, I got kicked out of that Facebook group for posting a link to our YouTube channel. This was a while back. So.
Oh, well, I don't spam on it.
I post links to our videos occasionally in different spaces just to, drum up people, just to spread the word about what we're doing.
But it was an interesting conversation about whether people tell anybody or not, and if they do, how do they respond? And it's a whole ongoing challenge, and I don't know that it ever gets any easier.
I think it will as more people hear about it, as more people talk about it. It's getting out there. And I think a year from now, 5 years from now, it's going to be a totally different landscape. And the thinking on these GLP-1 drugs is going to go from a thought of, oh, you're cheating or you're taking a shortcut to, hey, I've got obesity and it's a disease and I need this medication to manage my weight. People take medication
to treat the disease.
To manage the disease. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a cure for obesity. Mm-hmm. It's a treatment for obesity. Just like blood pressure medication is a treatment for high blood pressure, or same thing with cholesterol medication. It's really in that same vein.
Yep. Well, that's our weigh-in. Good week, right? No complaints?
Yeah. I was happy that we got back from vacation and got right back into our normal eating patterns and lost our vacation weight. I actually only worked out twice this week because just various things going on. I had to take a child to the doctor. There was Hurricane Debbie and my gym shut down because we got torrential.
Yes.
Yeah, with some roads around here were flooded. We were fine. Everyone we know is fine. Thank goodness. My parents live down in South Carolina, and they have flood. Their street is flooded, so they're not going anywhere for a while.
And they're about 30, 40 minutes off the coast, off the actual beach line, the coast.
Yeah.
But it's very low-lying down there, so if the water comes in,
it's the low country. Yeah. And actually, I had a call with my doctor at Mochi on this past Sunday. Mm-hmm. So every few months, they like you to check in with your doctor and talk about your progress and your goals and what you want to do. And I told him I was very pleased with my progress, and he asked me how tall I was, and I said I'm 5'4¼ I've shrunk. If you have watched before, you've heard me cry over losing about an inch off my height.
We're going to get her a t-shirt.
Yeah. I used to be 5'5½". But anyway, I told him I was 148 pounds and I was 5'4¼ And he said, how do you feel about that? Do you want to lose any more? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And he said, I think you should probably be in the 130s. Today I weigh 142, so it's not that far out of reach. I don't know at what point do I say stop. And I feel really good about myself. I've had to buy all new clothes. I've gone from a size 12, 14 to a 4, 6, which is crazy town. But I don't know. So I think maybe, I don't know.
I mean, have you
going.
talked to our actual physician?
I saw my doctor in March. And I think at that point I had lost, let me look on my sheet. At that point I had lost 37 pounds. I was around 156 pounds, and she was thrilled. I told her I was doing this compounded Tirzepatide, and she just smiled and nodded. She didn't say yes, didn't say no, didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Really gave me, I didn't ask her what weight I should be, and nor did she offer
it
a weight
seems like
I
it might
should
be a good time to have that conversation.
You know, with my doctor before this current doctor, the one that told me I just needed to diet and exercise, she suggested my goal weight be 160. Now I'm 142.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
she wasn't terribly supportive, and she was kind of pissy, right?
You know what?
So-
Yeah, that's
And
why
she probably
I
gave
don't
you that
see
because
her
she didn't think you'd ever
anymore.
reach that anyway.
Some doctors just aren't very supportive of GLP-1 medications, which is
Or the
unfortunate.
overweight in the world. The
Yeah,
obese.
well, maybe if you just lost weight, you wouldn't
she
have
was-
XYZ,
yeah.
you know. I saw someone online that said she went into the doctor she had broken her arm, and they said, maybe if you weren't overweight, your arm wouldn't have broken. What? What kind of crazy talk is that? So if your doctor just really isn't supportive, I know it's such a pain to find a new doctor. But ask your friends, maybe they have a really great doctor. And probably more people are on GLP-1s than you think. Like when we started talking about this, like people, even in our came out of the woodwork and said, oh, I'm so glad you're talking about this. I've been taking it. It's working great. I'm afraid to tell anyone.
That's particularly this weekly one. A lot of it's about normalizing the conversation, about saying your weight out loud, because it's not going to kill you.
Women have never liked to
I know
say
it
their
has
weight
never
out
been.
loud.
We're talking about what it should be.
Yeah. I didn't even like to tell people I was going to Weight Watchers back when I first, a million years ago, was going to Weight
I
Watchers.
never in my life until we did this said my weight out loud.
Oh, right.
Okay, so it's not.
I mean, I guess men too. We'll include.
I didn't go, hey,
men's.
you know how much I weigh? 'Cause
I just want to normalize the conversation around weight.
during the live, you decided you wanted to make something up, and you did what?
I said, let's do a challenge of the week. I decided that
I did not. I had no input.
I decided that this week our goal would be to hit our water goals for the day. And this would be a great time to show my water cup if I'd have brought it upstairs with me to record this, but I didn't. So today, so far, I've filled up my big cup one time, so that's 50 ounces. So far, I'm in 50 ounces in. My goal water for the day is 100. That's where I'm at with my water challenge. So I wanted everybody to set their own individual water goal. I don't know how much water you should be drinking. Maybe look online or ask your doctor or whatever, but I try to get like between 80 and 100 ounces of water every day.
It's been a big week for the Downsize. Lots of GLP-1 news. The Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly both had their earnings calls. Of course, what did we do?
There was Eli Lilly press release came out.
Like 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning, and so Christopher, I'm drinking coffee on the couch, and Christopher says, we gotta record a video right now about this press release. And I said, what? So I'm like, can I put my contacts in? He's like, no, we got to do it right now. So we made a
I
video.
feel like I didn't sound like that, but okay.
He does. I'm actually very good at impersonations as Christopher Durham.
You did a different impersonation on the live. It sounded...
So anyway, there's a lovely video. I think it's our #1 current trending video of me wearing my glasses and no makeup. So be sure and check that out.
Pajamas on the bottom half you can't see. So.
Yeah. It was a big earnings call for Eli Lilly. You can talk about what they announced.
Yeah, they announced a lot of stuff. You can go, and there's almost an hour's worth of videos between a couple of them that we've done. But of course, the biggest announcement was they released the vials. This
Yes.
isn't one, but vials like this, a single dose, 2.5, and 5 doses. So the 2 starter doses
Zepbound.
of Zepbound alone.
Will now come in a vial.
They have not released pricing yet. They have not actually said when it will be out, other than in a few weeks, in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting. They talked about the quick pen in Europe coming out, so that's kind of like the Ozempic pen you can twist and get multiple doses out of.
Yeah, we have a viewer from the UK that's sending us a quick pen.
Yeah, we do have a viewer from
that,
the UK.
That'll be cool.
So we'll see. We'll show it to you when we get it.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video on the new innovative medicines they've got coming out, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched that, it's a little science nerdy, so...
A lot of difficult names.
Yeah,
of things
a lot of
to
difficult
pronounce.
names.
Of the new medicines, but there's
Absolutely.
just what you need to know is there's a lot of new GLP-1s that are currently being in clinical trials, currently being tested, currently in the pipeline. A lot of new things are coming. So
And if you like the science, there's a lot of science dumped in there. My guess would be it won't get as many views, but, it's still cool stuff.
It's just good to know.
The day prior, Novo Nordisk had done their call, and we actually did a live and popped on just on a whim and did the reported on that live.
They missed their earnings estimate simply because I think they didn't have enough supply to meet their sales.
The Zepbound Mounjaro is growing on them
too. I
so.
think people are going to Zepbound now that Zepbound is out there. So
it'll be interesting to see how that competition works and what it does to supply and pricing and the whole logistics of it, and as new medications come out, how it impacts everything.
Right.
But it was a big week for us. I think we did, maybe 7 or 8 videos this week.
Yeah, we recorded a video yesterday. When will the cruise one come out?
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, we're fresh off a cruise, and Christopher and I have been on somewhere between 15 and 20 cruises total. We decided that we would record some tips on how to go on a cruise on a GLP-1, some best practices that we do, some things we do, some things we strive to do.
Some things you shouldn't do.
So watch for that video that's going to be coming out in a couple days.
And then make sure you check out our website and our GLP-1 companion product store. So it's the downsize.org. If you haven't visited, you can sign up for our email list, and maybe you'll get an email from us one day. We haven't sent that out yet, but we'd love to have you be a part of that. There's a link to Mochi if you want to link out through there, as well as a page with resources of all sorts of things. Lorraine's tracker is on there. The FDA links are on there. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk links are on there. So lots of cool stuff, and I continue to add things. As well, our GLP-1 companion product store. So Laraine has curated a whole set of things that...
things I like, things I use, things I think taste good. And they're Amazon links, so we're Amazon affiliates. So if you click on our link and buy something, we make a small commission. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And and there's nothing that you need to buy, but just things I like and I use on this journey.
Yeah, so if anybody's out there telling you that you need to buy another $1,000 worth of supplements and other things, don't do that.
Most people are paying so much for this medication that I just have a hard time telling people they need to buy anything else, because you really don't.
The reality is anything that it ends up you need, you can still get at Walgreens, Walmart, Amazon, have it within an hour or the next day. So it's not the end of the world. You don't have to spend a lot of money on stuff you may never use. And I like to remind you to join us for our Downsize Live this week. The day moves.
Yes.
So this week, because we're moving our kids into college, we will do our live on Wednesday night at 7 Eastern Standard Time. So join us then, where you can ask questions, connect with our amazing community. A lot of times there's people chatting amongst each other, and there's so much depth of knowledge and experience out there that if we don't know the answer, probably somebody does. Thank you, Barb. Barb usually knows the answer. So,
friend of the show.
Barb, there's a lot of them out there that are always happy to help out.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
And we appreciate everybody watching those lives. They're a lot of fun. I hope you can join us Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yep. You want to close us out?
Yes. Thank you for being a valued member of the Downsize community as we navigate the adventure of GLP-1s and weight loss together. And please don't forget to
like and subscribe. Absolutely. And hit the notification bell to stay updated.
Yeah. I'm Laraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. Until next time, take care and stay well.